Welcome to the Liberal Buzz Show. My name is Denise Dorey, and I'll be here for the next 22 minutes talking about things that make me and should make you all paranoid. There's so much to be paranoid of in so little time, right? Well, there's a guy named William Binney. If you remember, around the time of 9/11 and when George Bush in the Patriot Act and all that, where they could just spy on us and not tell us, and it was okay, even though they were doing it all along, but it wasn't okay, and they still did it. But now they, yeah. Anyway, so it goes back to COINTELPRO and Martin Luther King. Even though he won a Nobel Prize, they tried to smear his reputation, but it didn't work. So happy Black History Month, by the way. And this is in honor of Martin Luther King, this show. So William Binney, he was a highly placed official in the NSA, the National Security Agency. See now, William Binney, he criticized the National Security Agency's data collection policy. Oh, and he took a lot of heat for it too. He took so much heat for that. And he told folks, look, they're spying on you, and he didn't like. He quit his job out of disgust. He was just disgusted with the way they were collecting data on ordinary citizens. So let's get one thing straight. Techies are the new soldiers, and all we have to do is stand up, and their little game is over. So just something to think about. And do something about. And I'm not claiming to be any kind of expert about it, but I spend a lot of time thinking about what I can do to keep myself safe from, I don't know, all this data collection. There's so much of it going on. Let's get into a few things that they're doing that really are creepy. So you remember Adam Schwartz? He was pressured into committing suicide because he disseminated medical papers that were paid for, the research was paid for with public funds. So, and he committed suicide. They pressured him in 2011, and that was just about the anniversary just passed of his suicide. So. Aaron Schwartz, yeah. Let's find him. See, because information is like power, but like all power, there are those who want to keep it all for themselves. So now we're back to this COINTELPRO with J. Edgar Hoover. It started with J. Edgar Hoover. He was paranoid about the civil rights movement, and Martin Luther King and the black movement were getting a little too close to hippies. So, hey, the screen keeps going black. That's all right. It's all right now. It's going to do it again. So, his smear campaign about King's personal life didn't work. They wiretapped his phones and took pictures. Now they do a lot more than that. And they targeted. Now they're targeting, and just recently they're targeting folks black folks and people of color in the drug war. Even with the Prop 64, that cannabis law that just passed in 2016. I'm sure they're going to use that on us, you know, the spying. So, like the Patriot, you know, they've been using the Patriot Act to spy on us, and stingrays took the place of wiretapping. You know, like our TVs, they're so cheap, you know. Why are these smart TVs? They do a lot, and they're really cheap, aren't they? Well, not really. We're actually paying for them, aren't we? They track us. They want to sell us stuff. If you go to a political event, they might even sweep up everybody's IP phone number and IP address and send it to a database, and then they track everybody's phone and where everybody goes. So, and see what they're doing and how they get together and their activism and all that. So yeah. So yeah, our phones and our TVs are tracking us, and the political campaigns are listening in. And Russia, I've seen some Russian propaganda on there. So back to this president's emergency message. You know, I got a president's emergency message, and my phone did some crazy stuff, and it hasn't acted right since, so I had to buy another phone. It just didn't work anymore. Trump's emergency message last year, it was designed to just track us. That's what I think. And so the FBI, they've been using the national security laws, you know, and they're using a broad brush to sweep up a lot of folks. They don't need a warrant, so if they don't need a warrant, so that's bad. Now California has a new law. That's partly what this show's about as well. That we're going to have a new law about facial recognition. I'll talk about that a little later. Now, how about Norton Symantec and their source code? Don't install that on your computer. Do not install Norton Symantec on your computer. Just don't do it, because that'll track you. It not only tracks you, it steals your personal information. And Comcast sells it. You know, it ruined both my computers. And everybody I know, Frank, who was just on the air, I shouldn't say anything about it, but he complained to me about, I think he got rid of that computer, but yeah, he had Norton. My dad had Norton. Other family members have it, and we all have problems from day one with it, so just don't install it. They disable the link to even have a live conversation with the tech support. That's disabled. They just start calling you instead, calling your phone. So that's a huge red flag. Yeah, they drive. So I called them up and told them exactly what I thought of them, and laughed the whole time. I got some laughs out of them, so they're funny. And so, see, with me, I have to restart my Comcast DVR daily. I have to retrieve, it says retrieving data. If I don't, you know, and it won't start, I can't turn my TV on. But the thing about what's really unsafe about your home services, besides just Comcast, is like the nanny cams. Those are creepy. Somebody out there can can hack into those nanny cams, and I mean, the camera can move without you moving it around with your phone. It'll just move by it. So that's creepy. And your home router is probably the weak link for that. You got to set a really good password. I learned that the hard way. So, oh yeah. So NSA charging statement. You know you want to try it, right? Yeah. See, because the cops really don't have any duty to protect you, you know, according to a federal court. They don't, I mean, if they don't, so that's shocking too. I mean, it says right on the car, to protect and serve, but they're not, it doesn't say who. Anyway, so spiteful ex-lovers can download dark web dirty deeds on devices. I know this happened to a friend of mine recently. They downloaded, and it happened. It made me realize it happened to me once too. I didn't really understand what was going on until I saw it happen to someone else, and I realized it happened to me as well. I left the country over it. Yeah. So what happened to him was his girlfriend did something. She's always on the dark web, you know, and she downloaded something on his. He made the mistake of giving her his password, didn't he? So you don't give your spouse your password, or anybody, or keep changing it. You give him your password, change it, unless you trust this person implicitly. Now, Aaron Peskin, our supervisor, San Francisco supervisor, wants to ban facial recognition technology in San Francisco. Now, see, because Amazon's facial recognition is being marketed to ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, and to the police. So, you know, Amazon's technology is a civil rights violation. It is. I mean, it's a Fourth Amendment. That's a civil right in the Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. And the fourth right is to be safe from prying eyes. So, what happened to that? And don't even get me started about spy satellite regulations. I don't know anything about that. That's the next thing I've got to. I don't know. Spy satellites. I mean, who's going to regulate them? Cute. Okay, and I mean, they spy on, what I'm talking about is like spying on cannabis growers and, yeah. You think you're out in the country, right? But they could see, you know, they could see your car from outer space driving down the road. They could probably even see you walking into the house, and, whew, yeah. You know, there's, let me show you something. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm going to boot up this while I talk about it. I don't know, I might have showed you this already, but this is proof your TV's watching you. This mine was. See, there's the light.
Just gone. All there was a concrete slab.
Yeah, this was the old Comcast tower, remember? There we are. I was taking videos of the TV. That was me standing there.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, something's
There I am, right there.
Stores that type of, you know, those materials, like lumber and all the different stuff when they.
That was a TV. This is the TV. This is the bottom of the TV, right here.
The defendants sold.
What?
The TV.
Oh, yeah, sure,
Look,
yeah.
what's my image doing
It
there?
was something that they.
What's my image doing there indeed? Here, let's go back to it. There I am, there's the camera, there's my cousin, because it's his TV. There's the light in his room, but it was a reflection, right? Before, it was a reflection. Until the TV actually, and as soon as I published this on Google, the operating system on Comcast changed like practically overnight. And so, and they deleted this video, but I put it back up anyway, so. So let's watch it some more. Here, kept doing it over and over. I'm not kidding.
Something that they were praying for, and you know, luckily my brother and I were in a position to.
My image was on my camera from your TV. How did the TV get my image? That's all I want to know.
You know, the joy on their face.
I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Now it's not working. Hold on, it was working, but now it's not.
Flip the switch on it.
Sick.
And that was it. Then it goes on to the other story.
It's a smart TV. That was Ken, the smart TV. Look, it's a bit smarter than we thought it was, isn't it? It does that every time you go to that part of the screen, my image comes up right. Because it's whatever the TV is looking at. In other words, your room is being filmed by your TV. Watch, look.
Why terrorize their San Francisco tenants, hoping to drive them out so they could renovate.
Do it again. No, it's not.
California has
That
been
is
a
no
third without
reflection.
scrambling to beat the deadline with more than 50,000 people.
To the victims,
That was
Their
weird.
stash of heroin after Obamacare was in
Still
sale.
recording, by the way.
That's all right. I just want a record of what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. So, nanny cams do the same thing. Some lady saw her nanny cam moving by itself. I was telling you earlier. Well, your TV's doing it. We're not supposed to know this. The TV. It doesn't say on the box when you buy the TV that it. I mean, it's a monitor, but it's like the. Remember the iPhone had that app in it. Let's see. I've got notes about that. And they said, oh, it's a glitch. No, it's not a glitch. They just, the glitch in the iPhone group FaceTime feature that allowed users to listen in and see through front camera on person they're calling without recipient accepting the call, and Apple working to fix the glitch. So at this point, I want to, give my smart TV the finger on a regular basis, and you know what? I don't even get dressed in the front of it anymore, I just don't. Give it the finger every time you think of it to your smart TV. And so Apple says they're working to fix the glitch. That's not a glitch. It was a glitch that someone, forgot to not install that technology in that phone or whatever, or tell us about it. Oh, so name your wireless. Why don't we name our wireless networks the FBI surveillance van and get it over with? And see, the NSA, it's in your doorbell, your phone app, Even the computer chips that come from China, they say have backdoor switches and, well, so snapshot from Progressive, the car insurance. Now, how many what snapshots of what? Yeah, name your wireless network FBI surveillance van. Yeah, that'll freak people out. And that Google Assist on my phone, that's creepy. Google Assist. It's like, oh, this is funny. There's a funny story about a lady, see Amazon Echo? It's programmed to respond to a name you give it, but it can misinterpret conversations and conference calls and conference call people on your contact list so they can hear your conversation miles away. So that means if somebody accidentally says some name at random, then that Amazon Echo will call everybody on your contact list and they can hear the conversation you're having in the room. So cute. Like, who needs a cheaters van? You ever watch that show Cheaters? Yeah. And be careful who does surgery on you so you don't get a tracking chip under your skin. Would you want a chip under your skin to unlock your door, or getting a self-driving car to be turned on into a directed energy torture device? No, thanks. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to put my phone in the microwave oven, So my phone company tells me to keep all my software updated, so I do. That's one self-defense, one way of defending yourself against the bugs in your phone. And, Silicon Valley has egg on their faces for leaving the door open for Russia to compromise a 2016 election. So they've got to stop saving our data. They've got to, they shouldn't be saving our data. And so hopefully they won't save it. But it's like an honor system. Like, we have. How are we going to get them to prove that they aren't saving our data? What do we have to do? Set all their machines on fire? Put it in a big pile and just burn it all? Yeah. So don't let what I've told you bum your day out. I didn't mean to bum everyone out, but thanks for watching, and I appreciate your time in listening to me rant about this, because it's been driving me nuts. And be sure to watch Frank's show every second Thursday, second and fourth Thursdays, or first and third Thursdays, and buy a street sheet for $2. A small price to pay for great journalism, and I appreciate your time.
Show yourself. That is unnecessary, but never fear. I'll stay near you.
Just out to take a second of silence. Soldiers of the sycamore, lock and battle. Silent soldiers of the sycamore, lock and battle. Silent soldiers of the sycamore, lock and battle. Silent soldiers of the sycamore, lock and battle. Don't stop to take